Hello everybody, and welcome to another Vintage Cube Draft. It is the last day of the format, and we are in a tight trophy battle. Currently one trophy behind Chris Wolf, 1991, who is the designer of the cube. So very much hoping to close the gap here, or in fact, tie for the lead. Not the best pack to start though. Okay, so what are the cards that are first pickable here? I actually think you can first pick Emrakul. It's not really my style, but it is a very powerful card if you can build around it. There's also Teferi, which I love, although it's 5 mana. Preordain is probably the blue card I would take if I were to take any. It's a really strong start. I don't love taking it and passing all these other good blue cards, but that is a consideration. Could take Burst Lightning, not the most exciting first pick, but it's a reasonable card to take. And then there's also Questing Beast. I think Preordain is probably the best bet, though. Alright, so we could have taken Teferi into Tundra. That's a very enticing start. However, I think we'll be taking Preordain into Dack Fayden here. Dack Fayden is great. Very powerful card. We can just pass blue-white and move into blue-red. The best ability of this is by far the -2 ability. There's just tons of powerful artifacts. Not amazing against the Walking Ballista, but still. Very powerful ability. We are passing Ketria Triumph, so that's one to look out for on the wheel. Also worth noting, we just passed Inverter of Truth, and here's Doomsday. So if we see the Inverter wheel, we could take it and try to wheel Doomsday as well, and then be Grixis. Oh wait, Doomsday and Thassa's Oracle in the same pack. That's kind of hilarious. I think I'm just not going to do that. I mean, we could take Doomsday, try to wheel this. Actually, wait, maybe that is the pick. We have nothing pulling us to black yet. If we wheel the Inverter of Truth and get this, then we actually have like almost all of the combo right off the bat, and Preordain is perfect in that style of deck. Yeah, you know what? I'm actually going to do this. It feels like a rogue move to second pick a Doomsday, but I do actually think it's correct here. I'm not going to like bend over backwards to make this happen, but we'll see if it's open. Now I'll take a Spell Pierce, which is great in Blue-Black Doomsday, or in Blue-Red Control, or in anything else. If we had taken, I think I would take Spell Pierce no matter what, but if we had taken Dack, there's an argument to taking Squee, which is very, very good with Dack Fayden, or any discard stuff. A cool new archetype that I hadn't seen before is Master of Death does a similar thing. So if you play Squee and Master of Death, then Faithless Looting and cards like that become just pure, incredible card advantage. Okay, there's a Steam Vents. We did just pass the Dack, of course, or the Dack. If we want to be on Doomsday, we could take Mental Note. There's also Liliana, of course, but I kind of like taking Mental Note here. Especially having just passed Dack. I mean, I don't think Blue-Red will be open. It's very unlikely the Dack comes around. Yeah, I'll take the Mental Note here. I think, ooh. So Thoughtscour and Rona are both great. I think I got to take the Creeping Tar Pit, though, and then try to wheel one of these two. Obviously, playing Doomsday in your base blue deck requires a lot of fixing. And I think there's a chance Thoughtscour will come around. Neither of these are particularly high picks for most decks. It's not super likely that it'll come around because it's kind of a weird pack with a lot of linear cards, but we'll see. It would be awesome, and either way, I think that taking the Creeping Tar Pit is correct here. Okay, close pick now between Vendilion Click, Subtlety, and Cut Down. I think I'm actually going to take Cut Down, though. For starters, if we take one of the blue cards, we guarantee that we don't wheel something. It's pretty unlikely we could wheel Subtlety or Click, but it's possible. And then also just 1 mana interaction is amazing, especially if we end up playing any Delve cards. This card is just a very, very efficient removal spell. Okay, a few options here. There is Lurrus, which is kind of interesting. We could take Frantic Search. I guess we can't play Lurrus if we're trying to wheel Inverter of Truth, which is kind of our plan. So let's say Frantic Search then. It's decent card selection that's really good in a Doomsday pile. There's a few things you need in your Doomsday deck. First and foremost, well, the two things that are common to most decks, but you need cheap interaction / card draw. Or yeah, I guess 3. Cheap interaction and card draw to find the combo and protect it. And then you need fixing. And then after all that, less important but still important, you need a way to win immediately when you play Doomsday. Ideally the same turn, but definitely the next turn. And Frantic Search helps to do that by just helping us get through those 5 cards. Whoa, okay, so super late Expressive Iteration. A lot of black in this pack. I think I'm just taking Duress, though. Yeah, another cheap interactive spell that's very good at disrupting the opponent and also protecting your combo. Okay, we wield the Inverter of Truth. That's step 1. Good to see. The big one is next, though. If Thassa's Oracle is taken, then we really are in a tough spot, or at least we just have to pivot. We could just be blue-black control and cut this, but like, yeah, neither of these cards are very good in normal blue-black control. Beautiful. All right, we have a plan. So at this point, the number one thing we're looking for is Jace. Wielder of Mysteries. I think that's what it's called. The 4-drop that is the second Thassa's Oracle. I think it's Fire Covenant here. Just the most powerful card by a lot. Not too interested in Bloodghast. Squee is kind of interesting, but let's just take this. It's a really, really good card. Oh, wow. And we even get the Steam Vents. Okay. Flash is kind of cute. I've never seen this before, but you can play it in this deck and just have it be like instant speed Thassa's Oracle against control. Not the worst sideboard card, but let's take the Steam Vents. Nice. Thought Scour did come around. Huge late pickup. This deck looks incredible. We're filling our graveyard super quickly. We have a 1-mana counterspell, discard spell, and removal spell already. We have 3 parts of the combo. Just a really well-rounded deck. Our one weakness is relatively low fixing. We do have 1 Creeping Tar Pit, but that's it. I think the red splash is unlikely. Okay. Not the most exciting pack here. We could take Memory Lapse or Lorien Revealed. It's pretty close. I think I'm going to take Lorien Revealed. I love Memory Lapse. I think cheap counter magic is good in any deck, but it's especially good in a deck like this. However, with all that being said, fixing is incredibly important. We don't have that much fixing. This does not make black yet, but I'm assuming it will by the end of the draft. I think this is the right pick. Yeah, close one. Okay, there is Xander's Lounge, which is a perfect land. However, because we might be splashing black and it's already a blue, or we might be splashing red and it's already a blue-black land, but Ponder is so good, especially in a deck like this that is a combo deck that's trying to churn through our library. I honestly think I'm going to take Ponder over Xander's Lounge. Feels kind of rogue to do this, but this is one of the few cards I would take even over. Good fixing. Okay, now it's a pretty easy Force of Negation. Bitter Triumph is a solid removal spell, but yeah, definitely taking the Force. Okay, now I'll just take a Mana Leak. Life Death can be kind of cute in some builds, but probably not very good. Maybe we can wheel Deep Cavern Bat, but definitely taking Mana Leak. Okay, everything other than the fixing is looking amazing. Wow, and another great pack. I think we take Demonic Tutor here, which is great in a combo deck, of course. It can find our Doomsday or our Thassa's Oracle or whatever else. Treasure Cruise looks incredible. This is maybe the best Treasure Cruise deck I've ever seen in Vintage Cube. We already have Thought Scour and Mental Note. We also have Ponder and Preordain. Cheap interaction. Just a perfect Treasure Cruise deck. Hopefully it comes around, but I think we do want to take Demonic Tutor here. Okay, now do we take Vampiric Tutor? I think I'm going to take the Rafine's Tower. I really would like Vampiric Tutor in this deck as well, but we just passed another duel. I think we need to be not too greedy. This is looking incredible, though. I mean, this is kind of the perfect Doomsday deck. It's very tempting to take the Tutor. I think I'm going to take the Tower. Okay, I'll take a Baleful Strix now. I think it's, well, Consider is really good, especially if we wheel the Treasure Cruise. I might actually still take this. Just go like mono cantrips to have incredible card selection. And then hopefully that means we can wheel one of these two. No, we should probably take the Strix. Yeah, I'm going to take the Strix. It's close, but it's a really good card. Just plays the board and keeps us alive. Now we have Kolaghan's Command if we're splashing red versus Bone Shards if we're just mono blue-black. And I think at this point I'm much more likely to be blue-black, so I'm going to take this. Just a solid 1-mana removal spell. Now we see Raucous Theater, which I guess I'll take. Yeah, I'll take this. Pile-On is okay, but worse in a deck that is very light on creatures. Okay, we wheel Tishana's Tidebinder. That's fine. It's not the most exciting card, but I do think we will at least... I might not main deck it, but I'll at least take it. Now I'll take Dark Depths. Probably not playing it, but we could get there. Okay, not getting super late wheels, unfortunately. Let's take Pentad Prism. Blood Crypt is not a bad late wheel. So we have a pretty free red splash now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, actually I think with 4 sources, plus like Vampiric Tutor, or Demonic Tutor, I will splash for Fire Covenant. Does that mean I wish I'd taken Kolaghan's Command? Probably. Bone Shards is not that much worse, but it is a little worse. Nice. We do wheel Shield's Edict. That's a huge late pickup, actually. Alright, so incredible pack, really. The blue-black fixing is still not amazing, though, so that's a really high priority. And speak of the devil, there is Sunken Ruin. There's also Inquisition of Kozilek and Hymn to Torok, but I think we need Sunken Ruin very badly. Yeah, this is perfect. Urborg would even be good as well. But I will take the Sunken Ruin. Very interesting and very good pack here. Unearth is good with the Thassa's Oracle. So is Shallow Grave. That's a good angle if they kill this. But there's also Wasteland, Mana Drain, and Misty Rainforest. And Odawara, maybe. Mana Drain is busted, but we can't really use the colorless mana that well. So I think I'm just going to take Misty Rainforest here. Oh, dang. I just realized that Treasure Cruise didn't come around. That sucks. I would take Dig Through Time really highly. Or just Murktide. Yeah. Murktide looks actually incredible here. It's like kind of not our primary game plan, but it does mean we can attack from multiple angles. Yeah, I'll take a Murktide. This deck could just easily play like a 5/5 Murktide really quickly. Or even like an 8/8 Murktide on turn 2 is even possible, I think. Maybe not quite, but alright, there's Jace. Perfect. Not going to risk it coming around. I would play Master of Death probably, but Jace is incredible. This deck is looking so good. Now I'll take a Scalding Tarn. We could maybe even play Ethereal Forager, but definitely taking Scalding Tarn. I think we just take Careful Study now. Yeah. I don't think we care about Metamorph. I'll take Collective Brutality. I'm not thrilled about main decking it, but I might. Okay, nothing looking good here. Hollow One is kind of cute with like Mental Note, but I don't think it quite gets there. I'll take the Looting. Well, no, I'll take Flame Slash, I guess. I don't know. I don't think we're playing any of these cards. This is probably 17 land, or could be 16, depending on how good the fixing looks with Lorien revealed. Oh, wow. Inquisition and Urborg both wheeled. That's a really tough call. Let's cut all the shenanigans and just be blue-black, I think. And then we have pretty good fixing, even for Doomsday. And Inquisition is so good. I think I will take this. I would take Urborg over most things, but I think this is correct. So we could just run it like this with 12 basics. Let's see. If we play all these red lands, we have... It's a pretty free splash, and it's such a good card. I think we should do it. Alright, I'll take Odawara here. Not a phenomenal pickup, but definitely an upgrade over Basic Island. So this gives us 1, 2... Wait. No, we have black, red, fetchable land, and blue-red. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sources. I guess that's pretty much free. So we do need to make at least one cut then. Or no, I think we could do 16 lands. I think we could run it like this, but if we get another good card, what are we cutting? Could be Frantic Search. I think it's worse than Careful Study in this deck. None of these are good. I'll take Timeless Dragon. Master of Death is interesting. I don't think I'm going to play it in the main deck, but definitely a sideboard card that I'll bring in certain matchups, like against Control. It's a nice option. Ooh, yeah, I'll take a Lava Claw Reaches. Well, I'll definitely take it. I might not main deck it, though. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to main deck it. It just doesn't do that much. That's not, like, we're not really trying to attack with Lava Claw Reaches. I'll play the Tar Pit because we're a blue-black deck, but the cost of a tapped land is real. Raucous Theater is actually better in this deck, I think, just because it is, because the Surveil is more, like, the card selection is better than a threat in this deck. So let's sort by color. Heavier blue by a little bit, but of course, we're a Doomsday deck. Let's try this. That gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 blue, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 black. Yeah, I think we run it like this. We're hoping that Sunken Ruin can pull a lot of weight. But yeah, this is like one of the perfect Doomsday decks. Treasure Cruise would be better than Murktide, but just the sheer amount of cheap card selection. Ponder. We have 5 1-mana cantrips. That is crazy. 5 1-mana cantrips. 6 if you count Lorien Revealed. 5 1-mana interactive spells. And yeah, all the parts of the combo. Both of the Exilers and both of the actual win conditions. Counter Magic is a little light, but we do have Pierce, Mana Leak, Force of Negation. Just a really sick deck. See you in round 1. Alright, we are on the draw for round 1 against A-Pulse and 714. Of course, I would prefer to be on the play, but what can you do? Ooh, interesting hand. Doomsday is a mulligan. We're so far away from casting this. I think I will still keep it, though, on the strength of these 2 cards. A really quick Murktide is a solid plan, and then, of course, if we find a black source quickly, then this hand is nearly perfect. Okay. That is a beautiful draw. Huh. Okay, so they're going to strip mine our swamp. That's okay. Not great, but at least we got to cast our Inquisition, and now we can hopefully just win off of Murktide. This deck looks like they might struggle against a huge flyer. Ooh, beautiful draw. Probably best possible. I think I'm just going to main fade this, actually. Play around Hullbreacher. You never know what these weird decks are up to these days. Okay, we can just play Doomsday turn 3, and then, or turn 4 technically, and then try to win shortly thereafter. Or play a big Murktide, actually. It's kind of close. We should probably play Murktide this turn rather than taking out their dude, although... Okay, having drawn that, I will definitely play Murktide. I was thinking, like, playing Sheoldred's Edict first would make our Murktide 7/7, which would make it a slightly faster clock. But I think this is still just the right play. Because now we're pressuring them from multiple angles. They're going to lose this flyer if they don't deal with it quickly, so they need to sort of do that rather than advancing their own board. But if then they don't advance their own board, they'll just lose to our combo. Okay, I think I will... Well, we actually don't even have triple black for Doomsday, but I'm going to... Either way, I think Fire Covenant this turn. Okay, so... Fire Covenant... 3 here, 2 here. Insanely strong draw. I mean, after getting stripped, we go turn 1 discard spell, then they strip mine us, then we go right after that 6/6 flyer into sweep your board, like one-sided wrath. Very tough draw for a green deck to beat. Ooh, okay. Good to know about that. This is their last unknown card. Oh, if they Mind Twist us, if they go Mind Twist and then they top deck a removal spell, they could win. Oh, okay, that's probably fine. We could get, like, Grist. Wouldn't do anything. Ramunap Excavator to recur Strip Mine would probably be too slow. And we could just kill the Ramunap. Yeah, Sheoldred's Edict pretty cleanly answers almost anything they could get here. Okay, so they're trying to set up Dark Depths. Let's stop them from doing so. I'm going to Preordain. Interesting draws. I think I'm going to bottom, though. Kind of want to find land. Okay. Now we'll go land. Still no triple black, but we can go Collective Brutality with all 3 modes, actually. I think I'm just off of Doomsday, or maybe we don't go all 3. Oh, wait, no, we know their hand. We don't need to Thoughtseize them. So we'll just go kill your thing, drain you. Discarding Careful Study. And now this Murktide is a 2-turn clock, so they have to top deck something immediately. And even if they top deck Dark Depths, we have to Sheoldred's Edict to answer it. Alright, so very solid first game. I think this deck is incredible. I don't even think that was like an unusually good draw. Okay, don't know exactly what our opponent's up to. They're a base green deck. I like all the removal for sure. They are playing Strip Mine, which makes... Maybe makes us want to add a land on the draw, but on the play, but I think on the draw, we can just run it back like this. I'll keep the Murktide for sure. If we see multiple answers to it, we can cut it. But, yeah, I'll do it like this. Okay, good hand. We have all our colors. We have a lot of removal, card selection. We're pretty far away from comboing, but that's okay. We don't like this is a matchup where we can afford to control then combo. There's some matchups where it's just a race and just combo. But here, interaction early on will be a good substitute for a fast combo. No turn 1 play. I'm just gonna do we want to play Swamp? That does expose us to a Strip Mine. Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna just play Odoar Preordain here. I think these are both good. They do have the Strip Mine. So I'm going to Inquisition this turn. I'm glad we led on Odoar. That worked out really well. Strange pause here. Oh, Force of Will. Wow. They really did not want us to Thoughtseize or Inquisition them. Okay. We'll see what they were so keen to protect. Scavenging Ooze. I think I will kill this. Doomsday. There we go. So we just need lands now. So let's go main phase, cut down so they can't grow it in response. And I'm going to main phase Mental Note, play around Hull Breacher. Land Inverter of Truth. Okay, so still no extra land. It's not the end of the world if we missed a land drop, but it would be nice to draw one. Okay, pass turn with Leak plus Sheoldred's Edict up. Okay, I'm just gonna let that resolve. I guess I will Sheoldred's Edict it though, like just because this can't hit anything else. I guess it could hit a Planeswalker, but yeah, I think I'd rather hold the Leak. At this point, it's still very likely to be a live draw. They only have one card. Okay, let's start with the Frantic Search. Okay, I was hoping to find a black source, or an untapped land. Let's discard these two, actually. I definitely want Doomsday. I think I want Leak, and I think I want to duress them this turn. Just so we can know they don't have any shenanigans. So play this, duress you, take me natural order, and we'll pass. Now I kind of want to draw land so we can play Doomsday and still hold up Leak. Thought Scour. So now, okay, interesting choice now. If we go for it, if they top deck the counterspell and we play Doomsday, we're actually in pretty bad shape. So I think I'm actually going to hold for a turn and hope to find land. Okay, there we go. So we give them one extra draw step, but now we can beat it, them having drawn a counter this turn. This is a massive misplay. Like, never play Brainstorm end of turn like that. Especially when you have this much mana. Now they just get to see one fewer card. Okay, they play Sol Ring. Okay, so this Leak might not be looking amazing, but... Oh, that's a hilarious draw. So, Doomsday. I mean, excellent draw. This is a very good position. So, we want stuff that will just churn through our deck quickly. I think I will also take a Duress. Oh, they just concede. Alright, well, pretty solid round one. We thoroughly dismantled that opponent. See you in round two. Alright, back for round two on the draw with a keepable hand. Playing against a fan, that's always nice. So yeah, once again, one of these hands with no combo-y stuff, but lots of card selection, definitely a keep. So we can unfortunately only get one black source out of all these fetches. So probably just going to be grabbing a tapped Rafine's Tower here. There's not like a rush to Mental Note. Yeah, we have tons of 3 blue fetch lands, but none of which help us. Ooh. Okay. Lion's Eye Diamond is scary. Also, our opponent has lots of colors over there. Ooh. I think we're holding up Mana Leak for this turn still. It's kind of close. I'm going to play this too because I hope I don't need to use the Leak, and then I can Mental Note into Fetch Surveil Land for solid card selection. Pentad Prism, interesting. I think I'm going to Leak this. It's close, but the problem is, with Lion's Eye Diamond and Pentad Prism, Leak is starting to become a pretty unreliable counterspell. Oh wait, we could get Blood Crypt to that. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. Yeah, because Lorien Reveal can't get it, but Scalding Tarn can. Leak this, they could crack the Lion's Eye Diamond in response if they want to, but that's not going to go great. Okay, let's duress them. Okay, just going to take the Teferi. Don't love the Force of Will either, but Teferi would be a pretty big problem. I'm going to Mental Note main phase in case I find a Creeping Tar Pit. No such luck. Do we want a careful study here? I think I will, actually. Just trying to find some action. Okay, so there's the Doomsday. Let's discard Fire Covenant, Steam Vents, and then pass turn. So we need to find black sources, of course. We're close to being able to just cast this. Let's Thought Scour ourselves. Okay, Ponder and Demonic Tutor both would have been nice. But so next turn we can either just go for Doomsday if we find land, or play Lorien Revealed first. I think I'm going to play Lorien Revealed first and try to bait the Force of Will with that. Although, of course, if we don't draw a black source, we don't even have a choice. I think we still know these two cards. Huh. Okay, I'm going to go for this. Just accept the trade of these two cards. Maybe this is wrong. It's kind of close. They pretty much need to counter this, though. I don't think they can win if this resolves. Force of Will, presumably. Yep. It's always a little scary playing Doomsday against these style of decks, because if they just take out your win conditions, you can lose pretty quickly, but I do think I'll still go for it if I can. So we're hoping to draw untapped black source. If we draw the demon, we can't play it. Okay, we do draw it. I'm just going to go for it here. Cast Doomsday. Okay, so we need to take Jace and Thassa's Oracle. I definitely want both of these two. And then let's take Duress. And then card selection. Careful Study. And I'll take Thought Scour. Okay, so this is interesting. I think I want to draw the Jace first to have the possibility of just winning. I guess we can't set that up to have the possibility of just winning, though. Let's draw Careful Study first. And we can play Careful Study into Duress plus Jace. And that should win, right? We got 5 cards, we draw 4, Careful Study to 2, Jace means we win, exactly. So, yeah, so we want to draw Careful Study and then have Jace and Duress right under that. I think I'll take the Jace first. So on the bottom, we'll have Thassa's Oracle be our last card. Then Thought Scour. Then, doesn't matter between the other two. I'll go Duress, Jace, Careful Study. Pass turn. Alright, so if they don't have anything, we win on our next turn. We can even win, like, if the Careful Study resolves, we can even win through a Thoughtseize. They did draw something. Oh, come on. Okay. That's interesting. And bad. I mean, we were going to win on our turn. So we draw Jace, can't play. I mean, we're still certainly in it. We're maybe even ahead, but it's far from over. Do we want to fire off this Careful Study? I think I will. The plan is just go Careful Study this turn, Duress the turn after, and then Thassa's Oracle the turn after that. Or maybe even not. Like, we could even just wait and go Duress plus Thassa's Oracle in the same turn. But point is, I think I will play the Careful Study here. Even though it obviously does incur some amount of risk. So yeah, the plan is next turn play Swamp and pass with Sheoldred's Edict up, and then the turn after Duress plus Thassa's Oracle. And that beats one piece of counter magic. It loses to two, but they don't have, like, they upheaval their own lands too, so it's not like they have a bunch of resources for multiple counters in one turn. Good to know about the upheaval, though. Whoa. Echo Vions. So, that's kind of funny. It doesn't end the game. Yeah, we'll see what happens now. It's a wild, wild game. So we're 1 mana away from being able to just win. I think I'm going to hold the Duress again. Just wait one more turn. Okay, so I'm just going to play Creeping Tar Pit and pass. And then if they don't do anything relevant, we can try to win next turn. Or actually, rather, like, if they... I'm hoping they tap out for something. It's risky, though, because if we go for the Thought Scour and then they do have a way to disrupt us, we could, we could lose before we have time to get to Jace. But yeah, let's go for it. Yeah, this has to be the right moment. They do have Force of Will in their deck, but again, we have Duress. So, Thought Scour myself, mill over the Jace, untap, Island, Duress. Okay, I kind of wanted them to have the Force of Will, but alright, Thassa's Oracle. Wild, wild first game. I'll put this on the top. So we're up a game against, like, Grixis draw 7s. They have, like, some Reanimator shenanigans. They probably have, like, Hull Breacher or something. Tishana's Tidebinder is kind of interesting. It's probably good against, like, I mean, it shuts down Animate Dead. Probably does a few other things. So that's a consideration. Master of Death, I don't think is where we want to be. Is Murktide good? I'm thinking no. They have access to black removal, but we can play it so quickly and protect it with, like, Force of Negation, Spell Pierce. I think I'm just gonna run it back. Maybe we do want to play the Tidebinder. What would we cut though? Like Frantic Search. Yeah, I think I'll make this exchange. Just kind of close. Okay, no blue mana. We have the Tidebinder. Oh, wait, no, we have Lorien Revealed. Okay, definitely keep. Not a thrilling hand, but not the worst. I guess it's a little bit sketchy against a quick draw 7 that they could have. Like, we're not interacting with the board that much early, but we can just Collective Brutality of them on turn 2 if we're worried about it. Do we want to lead on Raucous Theater? It means we can't guarantee getting blue mana for turn 2, but I think that's okay. Best draw would just be Inquisition, then I would definitely just fire it off. Opponent with a fast start. Don't really care about Strix too much, though, unless it's enabling Fallen Shinobi. Okay, that's a blue source. I'm still just going to play Raucous Theater this turn, though. Huh. That's interesting. I think I'm going to graveyard it with the Lorien Revealed in hand, although it's kind of close. Granted, we have Demonic Tutor, so we do already like, have the Doomsday. I think this is fine, though. Like, I wouldn't be upset if I drew a plains or an island here, but I don't think we need to Surveil into it. So do we want to fire off the Collective Brutality here? I think I will. Not going to worry about the Baleful Strix. I guess if we had Echo Vions, if the only card in their hand is Echo Vions, it's actually really bad for us. Remand, alright. Pass turn. So on our turn, we're going to Shock Steam Vents into play. I guess we have to decide between going for the tutor and playing the Brutality. I'll probably play the Brutality again, though. Just hold a mental note. Also, do we want to make Murktide a good draw? Because we could discard a card to kill the Baleful Strix if we want to do that, but I'm not sure it's worth it. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to Thoughtseize them here. Consider in response, okay. Opponent has pretty good card selection over there. Damn, alright. So hoping, of course, that they tap out for Teferi and we get to Spell Pierce it. Which would be pretty tempting, especially if they drew land, because if they were able to resolve and go Teferi plus untap 2 lands, Spell Queller, my play, they pretty much can't lose. I think we're just gonna grab an island with Lorien revealed if we don't end up piercing. They're debating if they want to go for the Teferi or not. I wish this wasn't. If we hadn't shocked this into play, they'd be more likely to go for it. Because we did pay the 2 life, they know that we have something to play. Or, I mean, at least they can suspect it. Okay, let's cycle this. Okay, I think I'm just going to play Islanded Pass for this turn. If we were, so we could go for Demonic Tutor, they Queller, we leak, we get to resolve our Demonic Tutor, but then they untap, we're tapped out, and they resolve Teferi, which is too bad. I guess we could Tutor for Force of Negation, which would be kind of an interesting line, but I think that then we're just like blowing our Demonic Tutor, and we're not that close to winning. The problem is, if they just keep hitting for 1 and never tap out, it's hard to imagine a world where we get past that point. I mean, I'll fire off this Mental Note end of turn. And then maybe go for Shoshana's Tidebinder. Yeah, I think I'm just going to jam the Tidebinder as a 3-2. If they quell this, that's fine. Having cut down also makes Queller less of a concern, or pretty much not a concern at all. But especially having 3, like all this instant speed interaction, I think I'm just going to play land here. Having all this instant speed interaction means that it's nice to be ahead on board, so they kind of need to be responding to us in theory. With that being said, I will play Demonic Tutor now. I expect them to quell this. And I'm not going to Mana Leak. And then we can go end of turn to cut down, and then untap and have Demonic Tutor ready to go, which is kind of sweet. And we, of course, have to decide what to go for. Could just go for Jace. Doomsday we can't cast yet, and it just seems risky. Doomsday is not that risky when they, like, I mean, it ended up being weirdly risky last game, but in general, it's not that risky unless they have tons of interaction, but they easily could have tons of interaction here. So here comes Kaito, which we're going to leak. I'm going to tap out a Spell Pierce. I think I'd rather hold up Cut Down and we don't have a blue-black land. Yeah, I think I'm going to just get the Jace here. If I had Mind Twist, I might get that instead. We draw Blue Source, which is good. Play Jace. Plus on ourselves. Shields or Edict. Okay, we milled over Raffine's Tower, which means that I guess I'll just offer this trade. Should have attacked first, but whatever. Yeah, we can't get our third Black Shores, but I don't think we really care about that at this point. I mean, Doomsday could be good, but we want to be able to Spell Pierce anyways. And again, I wish we had an Underground Sea. That would make this deck a lot better. The mana base is only okay because we have this sort of weird situation, but still seems fine. So we're okay. They play Time Twister. I think I'm just gonna Spell Pierce this to tap them lower on mana. If they let it resolve, I'm pretty happy to just untap with Jace. Yeah, this doesn't even hurt us, really. In fact, there's a good chance we can just win if we find Doomsday, which we do. But no untapped Black Source, bummer. We get a few more looks. Really sucks that none of these can get black. Okay, so let's plus on ourselves. Trying to find Swamp. We milled over 2 swamps. Oh, this could have gotten... Whoops. So we could have, I think, just won. Let's just play it a little slower, though. Duress them. Taking Teferi. And I'm just going to play this and pass. Like, we could even fire off Lorien Revealed here, but I don't think that is necessary. I think I'm just going to hold up Sheoldred's Edict. So yeah, misplay, did miss lethal there. Or, like, lethal. Weird form of lethal. I think I'm just going to fire off a Sheoldred's Edict in response to this. Maybe even, no, let's fire off this. Just give them as little card selection as possible. Yeah, I guess we knew that they could do that. Playing a little sloppy here. I don't think that this is the axis on which this game will be won. I mean, if anything, it's maybe good to get them to use their mana on their turn, but regardless, we're in a very good position to win next turn. I guess if they counter the Doomsday, then they could survive, but we're still in an okay position. Do we want to fire off this Mental Note now? No, I think we can afford to just wait. So these are 3 of their cards. Oh no, these are 2 of their cards. So here comes Pentad Prism, it looks like. Yep. So they have 2 unknowns. Okay, I'm not going to play the Mental Note. We're going to untap. Inverter of Truth. That's a funny draw. They both take out all the cards except for 5. I think I'm actually going to just do that. So I'll go... Yeah. Inverter of Truth. This way, if we find Duress, we can win. And I'll plus targeting myself. Do they have Hull Breacher? They do. Okay, this is fine though. So in response, we play Mental Note. Then this comes down and stops our thing. Oh, wait. We still won. Weird. I did not know that's how that would work. They're both replacement effects. This says if you would Yeah, weird situation. I mean, we could have won either way. We had Thassa's Oracle, but sort of funny game. But we are cruising. Yet to drop a game as we seek trophy number 46. See you in the finals. All right, final match. We are on the draw. I mean, yeah, we'll keep this hand for sure. It's technically it could be a really quick combo kill. Is there a build you refer to when trying to win? All right, we'll keep this. Playing against a green deck, that's probably a good sign. Let's play this and pass. Do we want to get a black-red source? I think because we have Sunken Ruin, we can afford to get black-red here, so I'll get Raucous Theater in a turn. Don't like seeing a blue land. Okay. I think I'm just going to Demonic Tutor for Doomsday here. Yeah, just go for a quick combo. Opponent decides to pay 8 life, which is a good call. That's a little scary. We'll see what they can do with this. 4 mana, hopefully just like the One Ring or something slow. Duran Dynamo, that's not what I wanted to see. Yikes. Into Ramunap Excavator. So that's slow, but it represents some scary possibilities if they start strip mining us. Interesting draw. I think we wait though. I think I'm just gonna go for Doomsday here, and then we can kill them next turn in theory. I'm gonna conceal my blue sources. So let's take Jace. And then I think just card selection stuff. Thought Scour, Careful Study. I'll take 1 Sheoldred's Edict. And 1 Force of Negation. But really, we're trying to win with Thassa's Oracle. Oh wait, no, I meant to take Duress. I forgot I thought we had Duress in hand already. Okay. Can I undo one of these? Nice. So Duress. Okay, so we want to start with Inquisition into Frantic Search into Duress plus Thassa's Oracle. So let's draw Frantic Search. Or so we have Frantic Search on top though. No, so let's lead on Duress. Then we Frantic Search into Jace, I guess. It shouldn't matter too much, honestly. Let's do Sheoldred's Edict, Force of Negation, Careful Study, Jace, Duress. Pass turn. And then we can win next turn through I think we can win next turn through 2 interactive spells, potentially. I mean, we can Duress plus Inquisition plus Thassa's Oracle for the win. Frantic Search being really good here. Just being able to untap lands is nice. Of course, it looks like we are not going to be able to have the right colors. I guess if they Hymn to Torok us and we lose Sunken Ruin, we die. Yeah, that is what we need to avoid. Maybe we're supposed to take an island. That's an interesting idea. We're also dead to Memory Jar. But that's sort of the nature of the beast. Usually you're going to lose, or usually you have to open yourself up to something weird with Doomsday. But the benefit is, like, it's hard to interact with. Creature removal wouldn't do it. Discard wouldn't do it. Even, like, land destruction, some land destruction wouldn't do it. But there's usually going to be at least one thing that can get you. So yeah, again, our plan, we draw down to 4 cards, we draw Duress, play Duress to clear the path for our Frantic Search. So then we play Frantic Search, we have 2 cards left in our library. Then we can play Thassa's Oracle. If X is greater than or equal to the number of cards in your library. I guess if we play Thassa's Oracle, that way we do lose to a kill spell in the Oracle. Okay, that is annoying. It means we can't win with 2 spells. I'm going to say no. I still think I want to draw the same cards in order. Now the question is, do we just go for... Do we play Island... We can still go for the kill. But now we lose if they... I mean, no, I think we got to go for the kill here. So let's untap. We just have to play Frantic Search before we play Duress this time. Okay, discard Careful Study plus Inverter of Truth. Untap the lands. Now we go Duress you. And then we can play this, which is lethal. So we're down to 2 pieces of counter magic. Okay, so we are on the draw for round 2. Haven't seen any... So they have Beseiju, that's good to know about. We haven't seen any other interaction. I do think against blue-green, Murktide looks pretty good. That's a way to just, like, solo them if they have a bunch of ground force, but they can't kill this. It's bad against Oko, but... And Oko is honestly not good against the rest of our deck, but I do still think it's worth playing this over the Tidebinder. Yeah, let's just run it back. Frantic Search really proving its worth there. I did cut it last game, and this game, that game, it would have been, like, no other card would have been able to set us up that way. Okay, tons of card selection plus Doomsday. Seems like a recipe for success. We'll keep. So I think we're just going to fetch Rafine's Tower turn 1. Then turn 2 we can start using our cantrips to dig for our 3rd black source. This is, like, kind of a joke, but kind of not. Like, I stacked my deck. I drew exactly what I wanted to draw. I do think I probably should have put a land in the deck to over Careful Study. Slight blunder there. Past turn, once again, this, like, I would love to be able to fire off one of my cantrips here, but if we want to get the black source, which we do need to do, we cannot. Alright, well, that's good. I'm not too worried about them. Like, we're not trying to play a value game, though. We're not trying to out-card advantage them. But it's good because it can find them both proactive threats and good interaction for us, neither of which is good news. Okay, I'm going to Ponder. Actually, yeah, Ponder's kind of sweet here because we can use this to clear whatever card we don't want out of the 3. Okay, interesting cards here. Do we want them all? I mean, next turn we can play a massive Murktide. Weird. I kind of want to keep all of these. Do we just save the Raucous Theater then? No, no, no. Maybe we don't want Blood Crypt. I think we do, though. Yeah, weirdly, I'm just gonna... So, no shuffle, and then I'm not even gonna graveyard. Unless we don't want Murktide, but I think we do want it. We can play it next turn, right? We go Sunken Ruin to have triple blue, then Mental Note into... Yeah, that's plenty. Cryptic Coat. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, we can just win the race here, which is hilarious that one card can single-handedly win the race, but I think it can. We should note, though, that if they're pressuring our life total, it makes Doomsday a little harder to cast. So we draw the Murktide. Oh, I guess we are going to mill over our thing. That's fine. Mental Note, mill over the Blood Crypt. And we'll play... Oh, well, that actually was kind of bad hits. We can only play it as a 5/5. I think that's still worth it, though. Yeah. I was hoping to mill over another spell. So, okay, slight misplay then. We should have surveilled the Blood Crypt into the graveyard, thinking that we were going to be... Like, I want to draw Blood Crypt, but we weren't going to be doing that either way if our plan is to Mental Note. So we should have graveyarded the Blood Crypt in hopes of hitting another non-creature spell. Or another instant or sorcery to make the Murktide bigger. However, it still is a 4-turn clock. It's a 4-turn clock either way. So that seems fine. Stops the Scrapbook Mud attack. They can still attack with their Cryptic Coat dude. Do we just want to fire off Doomsday here? If I draw land, I will for sure. Interesting. Okay, I'll block here. I think I will Careful Study first, digging for land. And if we break on the land, I'm okay with waiting one more turn. Okay, now I'm definitely okay with waiting one more turn. I just want to hit a couple more land drops first. Okay, let's discard. Funnily enough, I'm going to discard Thassa's Oracle and Thought Scour, both of which are pretty... Or no, even Demonic Tutor here. Yeah, we have all the cards we need. So we want to find another land. I think I will fire off the Thought Scour end of turn digging for another land. If we don't mana leak, but there's a good chance we'll be mana leaking. If they just bring back their Mutt, this is clearly desperation play. It looks like they're just trying to play like a resilient value game plan, which is really good against aggro and control. Oh, maybe they have some combo stuff too. I was thinking they would struggle against our combo decks. Maybe we weren't supposed to attack with Murktide though. That was probably misplay actually. Thought Scour myself. Okay. Yeah, I mean, on board we're taking, so we Doomsday, which puts us down to 4, and then this Cloak puts us down to 1. So that's a little dicey, but we can start with an Inquisition. Okay, so they don't have anything relevant. We take their Lotus, and then play Doomsday. So let's take Thassa's Oracle, Jace, Island. We need some card draw actually. Let's take Frantic Search and Careful Study. And then the last one could be Island or Discard Spell. Probably just Duress. Okay, and then our plan is to start with... Oh, that grows our Murktide a lot. That's hilarious. I forgot about that. So we want to draw one of our card draw spells. So let's draw... Careful Study. And then off of that, I want to draw Duress plus Frantic Search. So we'll go Jace, Oracle, Careful Study, or this, Duress, then Careful Study. We grow our Murktide, so this is an interesting draw where we could just try to put them to dead on board. So they could have played Black Lotus, I guess that's what they're talking about with being cute. Very interesting. I don't think they could have any haste. I mean, they could. So if we attack, we lose to specifically Oko. But we beat them top deck and counterspell. No, there's actually lots of stuff we lose to. I think weird play where we could just like put them on a 1-turn clock, but I think we want to just play. This plays around Questing Beast, plays around Minsc, or Minsc and Boo actually we lose to either way. We do also lose to them flipping this up. There's nothing that beats this, but if that is a creature, they can flip it up and kill us. So yeah, they're saying they could have just played Batterskull last turn, and in this case that might have ended up giving them the win. Would have been close. Wow. All right, well, sweet league. That is honestly everything I could have hoped for. 6-0, playing against cool opponents, and taking the trophy lead. That is pretty sweet. Let's look at the deck list. So this was Doomsday. This is really as good as you can ask for with the Doomsday deck, other than the mana base. In terms of spells, we had Doomsday and Inverter of Truth, 2 ways to take out our library. Jace plus Thassa's Oracle, 2 ways to combo with it. That's literally all of the parts of the combo in the whole format. And then Demonic Tutor to set it up. And then even beyond that, Careful Study, Mental Note, Ponder, Preordain, Thought Scour. We're just churning through our deck, finding our combo pieces every game super consistently. Having 2 discard spells, 2 cheap removal spells to clear the path. This is like the exact spells you want. I mean, we could really nitpick. Like, I'd rather this Murktide be a Treasure Cruise. I'd rather Force of Will and like maybe Fatal Push over like, I don't even. It's hard to say because we had everything. The mana base was dicier. If we had untapped blue-black sources to fetch, if we had Watery Grave and Underground Sea, and then like 3 fetches and maybe a Creeping Tar Pit, that would be the perfect mana base. So we were missing a little bit there, but still, just a perfect Doomsday deck and 6-0, perfect result to take the trophy lead. Can't ask for much more than that. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.